everybody, welcome to my channel and today's video. I've done a little bit of a haul, and so I thought I would get on here and show you what I've bought, and we'll create a look, have a little natter, and see where things lead us. So the haul I have done is from Morphe. The Morphe eyeshadows are something that I've been wanting to try for a while, and I got an email at the beginning of this week, and they'd got they always have a bit of a sale on, and there was more things in there than they have had recently, and this eyeshadow palette that I've bought had been in there for a while. Every time I'd gone on to get it, it was out of stock. This time, however, it was in there, and it is the Social Butterfly eyeshadow palette. Full price is £15. They've got it down at 10, and I think there's 15 eyeshadows in there, so real bargain. I also picked up one of their gel eyeliners. This is the Stargazer one, so I'm going to be using this as well. It's a black with some little sparkly particles in it, so I'm going to be using that. And I also thought I would try out their eyeshadow primer as well. This was down to £6. I thought, well, while I'm doing a Morphe order, if you order over £20 in the UK with Morphe, you do get free delivery. So the eyeshadow palette was 10, the eyeshadow primer was 6, so that was 16. And this was, the eyeliner was down from £9 to 5. So £21, I got free delivery, and it literally came within a couple of days, which obviously at the moment is fantastic. So I'm going to get my spring headband on. So let's get this eyeshadow primer on and see how we go. There we go. It's a tube one with a nozzle. So I like to pop it on the back of my hand and then pick it up with my brush from there. So let's just prime the eyes. Let's see how this goes on. This eyeshadow primer from Morphe comes in two colours. You get this one, which is the translucent, which is obviously like a natural skin tone type colour, and then you also get a black one, and I have to say I was sorely tempted to get the black as well, to be able to give that a go. I didn't. I thought, no, I'll just try this one, see how I find this, and if I think it's a decent enough primer, I might just, on my next Morphe order, I might just get the black one as well. So, because I must admit, I thought that was kind of interesting. So that's gone on really nicely, I have to say. Yep, still a little bit tacky. Not as tacky as my next one, but sometimes you don't always want a proper tacky eyeshadow base. Sometimes you want it to have a little bit of grip to it, but not too much. Because the more tacky and sticky it is, the harder it can be to blend your eyeshadows in. So sometimes having a base that is not quite as tacky, particularly if you're wanting to do a softer look, can be quite helpful. So at the moment, quite like this, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get the eyeshadow palette out and I will show you what this looks like. Okay, it's got a mirror on, so I'm going to flip it upside down. Whoopsie daisy. And there we go. So this is the colour scheme, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, a lot more me than just all neutrals, but it does have some neutrally colours in there. I'm particularly liking the look of the greens. So yeah, mixture of mattes and shimmers. Let's get into it. Not even really decided what sort of colours I want to go for today. I want to go, I feel like I'm feeling something a bit more grungy and to be honest. Okay, I'm going to start off with the purple matte here, the Influencer shade, and we'll see where we go from there, I think. So this is my Morphe R34, and let's pick up, let's see how it picks up on the brush. Ooh, quite nice. And let's start with popping that in the crease. There we go, laying down quite nicely. Now purples can be a bit of a nightmare because they can be a little bit patchy, but we'll see how we go. So the day I'm filming this on Friday the 3rd of April, and to be perfectly honest, a little bit of a selfish reason I wanted to film today is because today is the day I should have been going away for a long weekend for my little sister's hen weekend. Now obviously, unfortunately, we've had to postpone that. We've not rebooked it as yet because we're not sure what's happening with the wedding, whether or not that's going to have to be postponed. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit down today, in all honesty, ladies and gentlemen, because we've been planning this for over a year, and so it's a little bit sad that obviously it's not happening as we would have liked. But you know, this whole situation we're in at the minute is not going to last forever, and at the end of the day it gives us something to look forward to when we come out the other side, doesn't it? That's kind of the way I'm trying to look at it. But I really did want to film today just to boost my mood a little. I've not filmed in nearly a week. Obviously the children being at home does make things a little bit more awkward. But as my husband had already got today booked off, because like I say, I should have been going away for 4 days, he's kept the annual leave days booked, so he has just gone out to take the eldest two for a walk. They've literally not been out the house in a week, so they've gone out to get some exercise. I mean, they've been out in the garden obviously, but they've not been outside the confines of the house. So they've gone for a walk. We live fairly close to a canal, so they've gone for a walk down by the canal and do some nature spotting, see what wildlife is out and about, and the little one is having his nap. So that's really giving me the opportunity to pop on here and do this and have a play. This Morphe order arrived yesterday. I literally ordered it, was it Monday or Tuesday? So yeah, I desperately wanted to film with it actually yesterday when it arrived, but I knew, like I say, I knew my husband was off today, so I've been a very, very good girl and I've controlled myself and left it till today. Although my eldest son does keep saying, well, you can film when we're in bed, mummy. It's like, yeah, but putting a full face of makeup on at sort of 7, 8 o'clock at night is not ideal, is it? So let's face it. Okay, how am I finding this shadow going down? Well, it's going down okay. It is going down a little bit patchy, but you know, we'll see. At the end of the day, it's on an eyeshadow primer that I've not used before as well, so it could be that. It's a lovely tone though, lovely colour of purple, I have to say. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not the worst purple I've got for patchiness. There, you know, so let's build it up, make sure that looks relatively even-ish. It's definitely got a pinkier hue to it underneath, but or it's certainly got a pinkiness to it. It's quite strange actually, because it does look like it's a cool tone purple, but then, like I say, I've got a pinkiness coming out as well. So, hey ho, there we go. Alrighty, we'll leave that there for the time being. We can always go in and titivate up as necessary later on. I'm going to get a fluffy blending brush now, and I'm actually thinking, do I want to go in with the green or do I want to go in the red? Yeah, I'm going to go in with the green. I'm going to go in with this dark green here called Meme Girls. I'll get a little bit of that on the end of this, and we're going to run that over the edge of that purple. I'm just going in very lightly, just to see how it goes. Ooh, that is quite a nice bottle green, that. Very nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Might have picked up the wrong brush here, but we shall see. So I hope everybody is managing to keep their sanity at the minute. I think we're all getting used to the lockdown measures now. It is difficult, it is different, but you know, we'll get there. It won't last forever, everybody, will it? I mean, just think of the celebrations on the street and in your neighbourhoods when we do finally come out of this. It's going to be amazing. So, and I know some YouTubers have been sort of a little bit hesitant to sort of feature new products or show people new products that they've maybe bought at this time, and I understand that, you know, if people are wanting to be a little bit more careful of their money, I absolutely get that, don't get me wrong, but just to let you know, I've still this last week I've actually bought quite a bit. I've done a few orders online, because for me that's how I do things, and it's that for me is keeping my sense of normality going, you know. I don't, where I live is, I mean, it's not a small town, but it's not a large city or anything, so you know, we don't have all the major shops in a close vicinity. So if I want to order from a lot of brands or certain brands or whatever, I have to do it online anyway. And while ever I'm able to still make orders online, then for things, you know, for my makeup products or whatever, then I will be doing. It means I can, like I say, carry on and get the new products in, introduce all my wonderful subscribers potentially to some new brands, or you know, I mean, Morphe, I find Morphe, this brand is actually a very affordable brand. And that is something, I mean, I'm not one for buying completely high-end stuff anyway, because I just can't afford it, you know. But Morphe is an affordable brand, and that's something that I have been conscious of. So I've got a couple of orders coming soon from new brands, but that are very affordable brands. I suppose you would classify them as drugstore, but they are not brands that I've ever seen for sale in like Boots or Superdrug. And I actually, again, I am going to lay the blame completely at the feet of Nikki Raven, because the couple of brands that I've ordered from, she uses a lot of their products and highly recommends. Now she is based in the Netherlands, and it took a little bit of research for me to find a stockist here in the UK, but I have done. Always nice to try somebody new, isn't it, you know? So that's kind of what I'm here to do. It's to introduce not only you guys to new brands, but also to me as well. I'd never heard of these brands until I watched Nikki's channel. So if they turn out to be good quality products, which they do look as though they will, then all for the better, isn't it, you know? Right, now that green is a superb shade of green, and where it's blending over that purple, it's actually deepening up the purple as well, which is really, really interesting. Really interesting. Okay, I am going to go in with, oh no, then what am I going to go in with? I want to go in with this black and deepen up this outer edge. I'm going to use, shall I use the Luxie? Yeah, I use the Luxie mini flat angled brush for this. So I'm going to go in with this black down here. I'm going to deepen up this outer corner, hopefully. Let's see what this performs like. Is it a solid black, or is it one of those that's more of like a smoky grey? We shall find out. So I'm just do this outer corner, literally the outer corner, just to get some depth in there. I will say that first impression is that these shadows are pigmented. I'm not saying they're not, they are pigmented, but they're also the sort of shadow that seems to be quite easily buildable. So I seem to be able to be blending them out quite easily. So I'm just doing like this outer V, outer corner, and then I'm sort of pulling the black up to meet that green as well. And I'm definitely going to go back in with that purple and bring that purple back a bit. There we go. I also don't seem to be getting any fallout with this black, which is nice. Alright, maybe I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but we'll sort that out. Let's go into this side. It's definitely not the most pigmented or strong black matte that I've got in my collection, but again, sometimes, you know, it's nice to have that variation. You don't want everything to be that pigmented and that strong that as soon as you put it down, you know, if you go slightly wonky with your lines or whatever that you're looking for, you've got to work so hard to blend it out. So sometimes these sort of formula of shadow or whatever can be helpful, can be useful to have. I'm going to go into that purple and just bring it back a wee bit. And hopefully it'll just help to blend everything together. It'll create a nice blend as well. Also means I'm coming down a little bit further onto the lid of my eyelid as well, if you know what I mean, out of the crease. And then I've just realised I've left my glitter glue up on my shelf, so I'll have to go and get that in a minute. Just titrate a bit more of that green up on this side. Okay, camera shuts off. Got my NYX glitter primer and a small amount on the back of my hand. I'm going to pick this up and place this on this lower lid. And let's get some shimmery goodness on there. I think I'm going to go for this blue shimmer here, this one in the middle. This actually seems to be more of a, almost a satin formula, rather than a true shimmer, but it's not a problem. It is a lovely colour though. Just blending it into that black on the edge. Ooh, very nice. Okay, other side. So this is a little trick. I can't remember where I saw this trick, but if you can see on this side, I've got a little bit of fallout-y blurry going on with that black. So a little trick that I've seen recently is to use a little bit of glitter primer on quite a stiff brush and just pull up, and it helps to clean that under edge up of any sort of small fallout. Now the only thing I would say that I've just noticed is it's brought off my concealer under my eye. So I'm just going to wipe that off and just see if I can rectify that a bit. But that idea of using glitter primer to clean up definitely does work. So I've got my piggy bank eyeliner from Colourpop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this underneath my lash line, I think. That's what we're going to do to hopefully tie everything together. So I'm literally going on the lash line. Now, this doesn't have to be too neat because we're going to buff it out in a minute with a shadow. Morphe blending brush, and I'm actually going to blend this out with this pink shimmer here called Bay. So we'll pick a little bit of that up. I'm not going to spray it or anything because we've got that creamier eyeliner down, so that should help this stick in theory. Actually, I think that looks really pretty. I quite like that. And just to finish off, I'm going to do some inner corner highlight, and I'm going to go in with this one here called Now Trending over here. And oops, got a pencily brush for doing this. And I think I'm going to spray this, and then we've literally, you know, tried the shimmers in every way, haven't we, really? Ooh, that's pretty. It's got like a yellowy shift to it, this. Oh yeah, very yellowy goldeny shift. That's nice. So now we're going to move on to using this Stargazer liner, and there's the inner packaging, and this is the inside of it. Now it did come with a silver seal on the top, but obviously as you can see I've already took that off, and I'm going to use my angled liner brush. Let's give it a go, see what we think. I honestly don't know how much of this, the sparkle is gonna show up, but we shall see, won't we? So I've coated my brush really quite nicely. Here we go. Oh, that's going on really nicely. Very, very smoothly and evenly. And I think I've said before, and for me personally, I'm finding that gel eyeliners are definitely the best formula for me at the moment. With the wrinkliness I've got on my eyes, they just seem to go on so smoothly and evenly, dead quick and easy as well. I mean, when I look close up, I can see the faintest little bit of sparkle in there, but it's not major, and to be honest I didn't think it was going to be, but you know, hey ho. Let's do this side. Now I have to say, this gel liner is drying down a heck of a lot quicker than my Illamasqua one. So you do have to work quite quickly with it, but very nice, and for the price, don't think you can go wrong, to be honest. I'm just gonna pop some mascara on. I'm gonna choose a highlighter, something for my waterline, a lipstick, and I'll be right back with you. Hello, I'm back, and here we go. This is the look all completed. I'll lean in, let you have a look. from the front, from the side, and from the other side. How did I finish off? Well, mascara today, I actually tried something a bit different. Didn't use my NYX on the eyes. I've used the NARS Climax mascara. There we go, I got this in my Feel Unique samples last month in March. What do I think to it? It's alright, it's okay. Not quite sure if it's as lifting and volumizing as my NARS, my NYX one, but it's still not the worst I've tried, so quite impressed so far with that, to be perfectly honest. In my waterline today, I've used Prance by Colourpop, a nice cool tone light blue that does seem to have like a lavendery edge to it as well. I ummed and ahed between doing that and Teaspoon from Colourpop, but I went with the Prance in the end. And then on my lips, again, a new product that I bought before lockdown, so I'll probably have it about 6 weeks, and this is by the Milk makeup brand. It's a lip metal, so it's a liquid lipstick in the shade Willow, and I got this from my local TK Maxx. There we go, it's got a lovely small angled doe foot on it, and the product itself is really, really creamy, very, very moisturising. Feeling a little bit sticky, but nothing major. I'm not quite sure. I don't think it's going to dry down completely, but it is a lovely raspberry colour, so really like the colour of it, I have to say. And then for my highlighter today, I chose to try out the Sleek highlighter palette that we got in last month's glossy box. Now I got this in the copper plate shades, which is the darker shades, and the one I've used today, believe it or not, is this lightest one here, and it's very, very warm, very, very golden. I did say in my unboxing video that I thought I would end up using this more as eyeshadows, and I think that may well be the case. I think I would have preferred, there was two palettes you could have got. You could have got this one, the copper plate, or you could have got the Solstice one. And I'm not sure, I think I'd have probably preferred the other one, but never mind. Anyway, that's the look all done. I'm actually really impressed with the way the shadows have performed. I think they've performed really nicely, they've gone on nicely, they've blended nicely, nice pigmentation. They have stuck a little bit and they've needed quite a bit of blending, but yeah, I think nice and user friendly, beginner friendly. The eyeliner I'm very impressed with. Maybe just dry down a little bit too quick, so sometimes you want to go over and over, and it was starting to feel as though it was tugging and pulling a little bit, but again, not too much of a problem overall. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments, everybody. Don't forget, like I say, I have got some deliveries coming of some new makeup brands, so when they arrive, obviously I will film them. I am waiting on all my subscription boxes starting to come through this month. They're not here yet. Normally I would have had at least one by now. Normally me Rocker Box is the first one to come, but because of the situation, everything, all deliveries are just taking a little bit longer to get out there, and that's totally understandable. So just to let you know that this month, maybe even next month, however long these restrictions are in place, you know, things might be a little later going up than normal, but they will still arrive and they will still be filmed and they will still get put up for you to watch. So Thank you for watching, everybody, as always. If you are new to my channel, the warmest of welcomes. I hope you consider subscribing either by the red button down below or the circular icon here with my face in it, which will appear shortly. I don't just do makeup looks or haul videos. I do unboxings, tag videos. I've got a couple of tag videos that I'm wanting to film. Lots of crazy things. So please join me on my YouTube journey. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and I shall see you in the next one. Keep safe and well. Bye.